welcome into another telecast LMC Varsity Sports, our first telecast since February due to the coronavirus pandemic. That was a hockey game playoff that Mamaroneck lost to Eastchester. We are here live on LMC Media. Thanks so much for joining us. Putnam Valley Tigers versus Rhinebeck Panthers here at 10 a.m. sharp, right on time. And Putnam Valley will start with it. This year they are playing, instead of two 30-minute halves, they are playing 4 15-minute quarters. And plans are for teams to play a 12-game season as we start here on October 10th, about a month after the regular starting time, which is usually first week of September. Rhinebeck's still one of the only schools with grass fields, as they got this softball field and this field, which is the softball outfield. And then you have the, although where the field hockey starts, it's basically beyond the makeshift fence. And then you have the football field, which is grass as ref blows time. And the soccer field, where they have a game at 12 o'clock later today. Girls soccer today is the first day of games throughout Section 1. Not as many as you would think because of a couple postponements due to COVID, as the FAR ref has awards a free hit to Putnam Valley as 1 minute gone by here in this opening game here on LMC TV. Excuse me, LMC Media. As yes, it's now LMC Media, no longer LMC TV. As alongside cameraman Jeremy Briefree, I'm Charlie McGraw, and Rob Moretti is running the show from the new and beautiful van, LMC Media van. If you see it driving around, don't be afraid to wave. Rob will wave back. And the other drivers too, as they take it to all the events. A huge upgrade to the LMC Media repertoire, as it'll be a free hit for Rhinebeck. Rhinebeck puts it towards the circle, towards the right in front of the goal, and a save made by Putnam Valley. First shot of the game was taken there by Rhinebeck. There were two Panthers on it. It looked like it was Mallory Michaels. Also there was Bella Fasolino. And making the save was the Putnam Valley goalie. It looks like that was Annabelle Gesson in net for Putnam Valley. Less than 3 minutes gone by, 0-0. That was the best scoring chance, only scoring chance of this short game, as Putnam Valley will have it here. Free hit as it went out of bounds off of Rhinebeck, and it'll be a free hit for Putnam Valley. Free hit, Rhinebeck. Be taken by Maya Julian, junior midfielder. Panthers are captained by Julia DeLitta and Katie Victory. DeLitta, midfielder. Victory, a defender. A free hit coming for Rhinebeck here with 11:25 left in this first of 4 15-minute quarters. If it's tied, that's how the game will end after regulation, as there's no overtime during the regular season. It's yet to be determined if they'll have playoffs. But they plan to play 12 games in about a month. And regular season is supposed to go from October 10th today to about, I think their last game is about November 10th, week of around then. So about 12 games in a month. Another free hit coming as they have to bring it back to which is about the 20-yard line here. And it'll be taken here by the Panthers. And it'll be a foul on Putnam Valley and another free hit coming for DeLitta. As the Rhinebeck boys soccer team runs by behind the field. As they're finishing up their practice. As I said, this is the first game for both teams. Coach Darian Bisha's squad, the Panthers, and Tracy Parsons, Putnam Valley Tigers, as is both their first game, so both are 0-0. Rhinebeck is Class C and Putnam Valley is Class B? Both C. And for field hockey. Yes, both C. As it'll be towards the circle. Rhinebeck looking for their second shot of the game. That first one was taken by Mallory Michaels as Fasolino was also close, and it was a save made by Gessen. This one will be a penalty corner. First of the game, because that shot actually wound up going off of Rhinebeck, so it went to, as Gessen made the save, and then Rhinebeck hit it out. So that ball went back to Putnam Valley, and this one will be a penalty corner. It'll be played in by the Panthers towards the goal, and it's stolen as they can't pull the trigger on a shot, and it's penalty corner number 2 coming. They had a chance there, but they weren't able to take the shot, as Rhinebeck's looking to score here and open up the game with a 1-0 lead as we have 8:45 left in this first quarter. And they play it here on the penalty corner. Mallory Michaels. DeLitta, nice pass across in front of the goal. And it is, DeLitta has a shot and a steal, but it is covered up by Putnam Valley, and you can't do that. So it'll be a third penalty corner coming for Mallory Michaels and Rhinebeck with 8:23 left in this first quarter, as it's been all Rhinebeck. Putnam Valley maybe on the opening hit, as that one goes towards the goal, and it's scored on a free shot taken. It looked like it might have deflected off a Putnam Valley player, so the last person to touch it for Rhinebeck looked by Lil Schwab, and Schwab has a first goal of the season and the game, as it is 1-0, as it looked like it deflected off a Putnam Valley player. Is it waved off? Looked like it was waved off. No goal, as it was waved off. So they said it was deflected by maybe a Rhinebeck foot or something, but after a discussion between the two refs, they waved it off and it was no goal. So no goal scored as they wave off the goal, as the two refs conferred, and no goal for Lil Schwab and Rhinebeck, and it's still 0-0 with 7:45 to go. It was a long shot, and they must have, it looked like somebody got a piece of it, and I guess since it didn't hit a stick, it hit a body part. That's not allowed in field hockey, so it was taken away, and it's still 0-0. But Rhinebeck, I guess you can't even credit them with a shot there, because it went to Putnam Valley. Everything indicated it was going to be a goal, and then they took it away. Frustrating for the sophomore Lil Schwab. And Schwab puts it towards the box, but it's knocked away by Putnam Valley, and they have it here. Schwab plays it towards the goal, and it's knocked away by the Tigers. Section 1 is in these opening games, and until further notice, just home fans, 2 fans per player. As when we came in, we needed our temperature checked, and we had a review that we knew all the protocols and entering, and the fans as well. But just 2 fans per player for the home team. So Rhinebeck has 15 players, and if all their 2 fans show up, it would be about 30 people. But no opposing fans are supposed to be allowed as of right now for Section 1. And it's disappointing, but in these times, at least they're playing, so that's a sign of positivity. most of the players wearing a mask, and they had the goggles. But according to our sports director, it is not required. It's preferred that they wear them, as it looks like everybody is, but not required of the players. But I don't see any players who are not wearing the mask, but it's got to. Thank you, as Rob tells me, it must be as tolerated. So that means that they should until it's tolerated, right? It's got to be tough with the goggles and the mask playing. The goalies have them on too underneath their big mask. It seems like that would be also tough to handle. As Putnam Valley plays it forward, looking across midfield. I think for the first time, maybe once, when they started the game on the opening hit, they went backwards with it, and I don't think they crossed midfield yet. As Clara Finkenberg hasn't had a hasn't had any action, close to any action at all in this game, in the goal for Rhinebeck. As it's towards the goal and a save made by Gessen. Rhinebeck has 4 subs. Putnam Valley has almost a full line of subs, looks like. So it looks like the goalie might be Recupio, because Gessen is 1 and she's on the bench. So it's Kylie Recupio, the freshman. She has 2 saves. Yes, Kylie Recupio. Because Gessen 1 is on the bench, and Recupio's wearing 99, not 11. That makes sense. Putnam Valley has it. 3:30 remaining in this first quarter. 2 shots and a goal taken away for Rhinebeck. And this one that looked like it was scored by Lil Schab. This one towards the goal, it goes out, and it's a free hit for Putnam Valley. Oh, they deflected. So, the far ref says. Nice day here, Rhinebeck, opening day of this field hockey season. Section 1 athletic opening day, October 10th, postponed due to COVID. Practices began on September 22nd, around then. With free hit coming for Abby victory. Good pass and a penalty corner won by Maya Julian, their 4th penalty corner of the game.
Let's go, Rhinebeck. You got this.
Played in by Michaels. Oh, swing and a miss there. Actually stolen away. Nice play by the defender, Julia Cunningham. She took it right away from Julia DeLitta, the senior captain. And a foul on Putt Valley. Played forward by Victory, and a kick by DeLitta, and it goes to Putnam Valley as they'll try to get it across midfield, and they do, but nobody's there. Stolen by Putnam Valley. Of course, football is postponed. Feels weird not being on the football field here on this Saturday, as we had a lot of good Rhinebeck football games the last couple of years. Especially that instant classic we did against Hastings that Rob, me, and Ken Reichman reviewed on YouTube. The whole game, we relived it. An instant classic. It ended with a Hastings 35, 36-yard field goal just wide. That was some game last October. Crazy, that was a year ago. As it'll be brought forward here by Rhinebeck. Actually, I think that game was in November, Rob, because the independent schedule, correct there. It was in the, yeah, they'll be back in C in a tentative start, right, of March, correct? But players won't be able to play both football and baseball, right? If they do. So it'll be about a 6-game schedule then. As baseball will be pushed back as well, so. First week of March they'll have it, and the first quarter ends here at Rhinebeck High School 0-0. We'll be right back on LMC Media.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Rhinebeck for today's contest. Due to an abundance of caution, Section 1.
Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, I'm Charlie McGraw, alongside cameraman Jeremy Breferi and LMC Media Varsity Sports producer Rob Moretti, running this game from our brand new state-of-the-art blue truck. We are here at Rhinebeck High School live. Second quarter, 0-0. Rhinebeck had a goal waved off about midway through the first quarter. Lil Schraub's goal after about 10-15 seconds. It looked like they signaled it was a goal, but then the two refs came together and said no goal. It might have been kicked in or off a body part from Rhinebeck, or maybe a high stick on Schraub. It was tough to tell. But either way, it's 0-0, 14-15 left in the first half. Second quarter, teams going the same way that they did to start the game. Rhinebeck left to right, Putnam Valley and the navy, dark navy, right to left. DeLitta has it at the midfield, and a free hit coming. We played in by Rhinebeck towards the circle, and a swing and a miss stolen back by DeLitta towards the goal, but knocked away by Putnam Valley. And Gabriela Alvarez, the freshman. The good defense in a penalty corner, 5th of the day, first in this second quarter for the Panthers. Stolen away from Schaub, and a foul on Schaub. So it'll go to Rhinebeck. Go to Putnam Valley, excuse me. And they have numbers if they can get there. Rhinebeck's defense comes back, and stealing it was Abby Victory. Towards the goal, but intercepted well before the circle by Putnam Valley. See on Rhinebeck's field hockey Twitter, they said the goal was disallowed because it was outside the 25. So I guess also that it wasn't deflected by a stick. If it was deflected by a stick, it would have counted. But since it was outside the 25, it was disallowed. Thanks for the update by the Rhinebeck field hockey Twitter. Good information there. Yeah. Even if it would have counted though if it was deflected off of Putnam Valley stick. But inside the 25 by either team, but it was not deflected by a stick or a body part wouldn't have counted. But nevertheless, it does not count, and that's why. So good information there by Rhinebeck Field Hockey on Twitter. Can give them a follow at Rhinebeck_F Hockey. And they bring it towards the goal, but it is intercepted as Mallory Michaels had a chance, but wasn't able to pull the trigger, and it'll be a free hit. This rule came into effect, I think, not last year, but 2 years ago. The free hits used to be like a long corner. Instead, the free hits are now at the 25. 2 years ago, yep, correct. Brought in by Rhinebeck in a penalty corner here on LMC Media and YouTube. Following us on Twitter, you can get the link directly live. First game of the series, of the season. Hope maybe some parents from Putnam Valley are watching us. Because of the Section 1 rules, they're not, opposing fans are not allowed right now, so they could be watching us live, though. That would be nice. Shout out to all the opposing parents as it's intercepted there by DeLitta towards the goal, semi-breakaway, and she put it wide. Hit off the post and went wide. Crazy sequence there. She had a breakaway, but she had a player on her. But she was like right next to her, so it wasn't the clearest of breakaways, but it wasn't in front of her, and then she hit it off, dribbled it off the post, and it went wide. She's trying to dribble it in. Free hit for Putnam Valley. Still bring it back right in front of midfield. First time they have it in this zone in this second quarter, in the 6 minutes gone by here. Actually, second time. 8:45 left in this first half, second quarter, as we play 4 quarters now. 15 minutes each as opposed to 2 30-minute halves. And one intercepted as long free hit by Katie Victory. Putnam Valley brings it up. That cheering you hear is from their sideline, their bench. As I said a couple times, no fans allowed from the opposing team right now in all of Section 1. Free hit coming. Rhinebeck bringing it, Putnam Valley bringing it the furthest down that they have in the whole game. Intercepted as the wind picks up a little. Nice day here on October 10th. Not too hot, nice breeze.
Let's go!
A lot of whistles in field hockey, and another one for a free hit. Foul on Rhinebeck. Putnam Valley ball. The clock only stops on a goal, and if there's a card. The green, yellow, and red cards. But those are the only ones the clock stops, and on a goal during the games, which the official stops. But when they have free hits, the clock keeps going. It's running. First quarter, I don't think the clock stopped at all. Actually, the only time it stopped was when they thought they scored a goal, so they stopped it then. But then when they conferred, then it just went back to during the 8-minute mark, a little before the 8-minute mark of that first quarter. Rhinebeck will look for their DeLitta's shot, I mean, she dribbled it off the post. That's got to count as a shot. So it's 3 shots for, although it wasn't a save, it was 3 shots for Rhinebeck, none for Putnam Valley, as they haven't even brought it into the circle of sophomore goalie Clara Finkenberg, who had a standout freshman year last year. High stick on Rhinebeck. It'll go to Putnam Valley, and it'll be taken to midfield and intercepted by the other captain, Katie Victory, who's co-captain along with Julia DeLitta. Lil Schwab, whose shot beyond 25 yards went in but wasn't redirected and did not count. Would have been the first goal of the game, but had the ball there, as now Maya Julian has it. Penalty corner number 6 for Rhinebeck. All taken by Mallory Michaels. It's got to be harder for them on the penalty corners with the grass as opposed to Mamaroneck with the turf. And this one, the first one that gets away from that front line. But Rhinebeck pushes it back forward, and it'll be intercepted for a second. Lil Schwab has it here. As it'll be put in by Rhinebeck. DeLitta had a chance, but the defense is swarming her and the Rhinebeck attack all game. As it'll be a free hit foul on Rhinebeck with 4:15 to go in this scoreless first half of field hockey on opening day throughout Section 1, and as this fall is just, as football is moved to March, intercepted here. Just boys soccer, girls soccer, and field hockey. Is this one brought in by Mallory Michaels on the nice interception across, and how did that not go in? And it is pushed across the line and is scored at the second chance by Mallory Michaels, assisted, and Bree Murphy. It looked like Bree Murphy scored for Rhinebeck as she just pushed it home past the goalie. At first it looked like they were denied twice, and then, well, they were, and then Bree Murphy scores the goal, assisted by Mallory Michaels. Confirm it at halftime. Rhinebeck's field hockey Twitter, but it was pretty clear that it was Bree Murphy assisted by Mallory Michaels, and might have been another assist by a player who was also trying to push it in herself, but then it went across the line and it wasn't a goal, and then it was scored. Putnam Valley making subs. No, they're not confirming with the replay official that it was a goal. They are making a couple subs here, as it'll be played and intercepted by Rhinebeck, Julia DeLitta. So that goes at the about the 3:44 mark. The sophomore Bree Murphy with the first goal of the season for the Rhinebeck Panthers here in the second quarter, assisted by Mallory Michaels on a nice cross and put home on the second or third chance in front of the goal line by Bree Murphy. That one definitely within 25 yards. It was within less than a yard, basically, just dribbled in across the line as it was knocked away by the defense and the goalie from Putnam Valley. And another chance there, and a save made by Recupio. She's got 5 saves now. When they scored, she made 2 saves, so now she has 5. Neither team has used their timeout yet. You would think, though, with all the pressure the defense is taking, Putnam Valley might take one. Actually, although is it? Thank you, Rob. Yeah, I was just after I said it, I realized, oh yeah, we had discussed this I think on text or something with Rob Moretti, LMC Community Sports Producer. Yeah, they don't have timeouts anymore, which is. It would be fun to see a Mamaroneck field hockey game without the legend John Savage not having any timeouts, because he always used those timeouts. Now they don't have any. It's not only the quarters change, but there's no timeouts either. Intercepted by DeLitta, and the captain plays it to the other side to Putnam Valley has it with 1:20 left, a free hit. Taking their time as they don't want Bryneck to get a 2-0 lead at the half. Foul Bryneck's Bella Fasolino. Intercepted by DeLitta. She makes a nice move. She has it here, plays it to Maya Julian. Keeps it in, crosses it, and long free hit. Long corner free hit coming from the 25 with 35 seconds left and counting for Bryneck. Running out of time to add to their 1-0 lead on the goal that was scored by Bree Murphy in the with 3:44 left in this quarter. 20 seconds left. Problem with these long corners going there. When they got the call, it was 45 seconds. They're just taking it now with 15 seconds to go. And they're still taking it here. And time is about to run out as there's 6 seconds left in the half. And the first half will end. Too much time was taken in the long corner. And the first half will end with a 1-0 lead for Bryneck. So when we get back in about 10 minutes, we'll have the second half here live on LMC Media. 1-0 lead for Bryneck on the goal by Bree Murphy here on LMC Media and YouTube. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports as Putnam Valley has switched goalies. That's where there's a slight delay here. As the new goalie is Annabelle Geeson. She will come in for Kylie Recupio, who gave up 1 goal on 5 saves. Junior replaces the freshman. Not sure if it was the plan all along to play both or if that's just how it worked out. But the goal wasn't Geeson's fault. I mean, Recupio's fault is she played well with her 5-6 saves and 1 goal allowed. But we'll see the junior number 1 Annabelle Geeson now. So that was what the slight delay was as she came running in. As it's 1-0 on the goal. Deflected home in front of the goal line by Bree Murphy, assisted by Mallory Michaels. The scrum in front after a couple saves by Recupio. As the two teams have switched sides. And that one rolls on by Putnam Valley, and Bryneck has it. And Putnam Valley will bring it forward. DeLitta poked it away for a second, but it got back to Putnam Valley. They're still looking to bring the ball into the circle for the first time in this game, as the Bryneck defense has not allowed that. Pretty impressive display from them. And Coach Darian Beach's squad, co-coached by Nicole Locker. As Clara Finkenberg, the sophomore, has been ready, but not called upon. In goal for Bryneck. Brought up here by Victory, Katie Victory, and a foul on Sierra Gabriel, freshman from Putnam Valley. A lot of freshmen on this team. 11 freshmen listed on the roster. So the roster has a couple, 1 or 2 more players. A couple, 3 or 4 that are not on the sidelines dressed for this game. Probably throughout Section 1, the Perota, probably a couple players missing on a lot of teams. Not as many came out too, I think. 4 teams this year as well. Early numbers maybe down a little bit throughout Section 1 and the 3 sports that they have. Actually, they still have cross country and tennis, so there's 5 sports. Cross country, tennis, girls tennis, and field hockey, boys soccer, and girls soccer. The season for games, the practices started like the week of September 20th. They started September 29th, thank you. And they will be the games though will only run about a month or so. So maybe the last game, weather permitting, will be in I think November 10th, right? 11th. The playoffs haven't been determined yet if they're going to have them. Because we have a whistle here, and it'll be right up by Rhinebeck. Not just that they haven't been determined, but obviously, because this season is just starting, but hasn't been decided if they will have playoffs. Because they're not having state playoffs because of the COVID situation, but they may still have section playoffs. It hasn't been decided yet. Also with the weather, with all these outdoor sports and possible weather here in New York, I mean, we could have snow in November. So who knows if that'll permit play. This will be a free hit coming from Katie Victory with 10:45 left in this third quarter, 1-0 Rhinebeck. 5 or 6 shots, but just the 1 goal. And a foul as Putnam Valley looks to bring the ball in the circle for the first time. Instead, they'll play it backwards. Interesting choices. Even though there's an open player there as it hits the arm, but they play on. No call as they go forward with it. Momentum for Rhinebeck. Interesting call to play it back there because they want to get the ball in the circle at least. At least try and get a shot off on Finkenberg. You haven't come close to doing that, and you have your free hit in the deepest territory that you've had it, and you play it backwards. Interesting choice by Putnam Valley, as this leads to Rhinebeck getting the ball right back, and they'll play it forward, and another free hit coming for the Panthers. They've had 6 penalty corners, all in the first half. This game's breezing by, started exactly on time, 10 o'clock, and it's now 10:48. Thanks so much for joining us here on LMC Media. Our first game with a new van. Rob Moretti calling the shots inside the van. As we have 18 games pending on all these games right now because of the situation in the world and in Westchester, and the COVID tests and everything is all, you know, pending. They're not official. They're all, until they happen, they're all, it's not that they're temporary, but they're not set in stone. More so than ever. Right, 18 scheduled, and we can only hope that that's the 18, that we would have all 18, and in this climate, who knows? But we know that this first one will finish, and hopefully the next one will be next Tuesday, as we have our first stoppage by the officials. So at 8:33 we'll have our first stoppage, and we get a green card for, what was it for? Oh, because she came together. There were 2 girls with the ball, I think, on Putnam Valley. The girl on Rhinebeck, I think it was tough to tell why. Maybe she came together, she was confused why she got it. Maybe because of the foul on it that she committed. It was tough to tell. I think that was, it's tough to tell the number who got the green card, but nonetheless it's in the circle. Shot by DeLitta, and a high stick taken by Put Valley, so we'll have a penalty corner as the high stick deflected it.
Let's go.
Green card, 2-minute penalty for Rhinebeck, so there'll be a player down. I think it was Yeah, it's 18. That is Asha O'Reilly. So she'll have to send the green card. I think it was because there were 2 players on Putnam Valley, and she kind of just like walked into them. And that's a save made. What a save by the goalies. That would look like that one was going home on the shot by Schaub. But instead, Gessen gets her third. She had 2 in that sequence and 1 before, so 3 saves. As Recupio had 6 saves. And then she came out of the game. So it'll be a Putnam Valley ball, and they're lucky to survive as Schaub has had the two of the 3 best chances. Of course, the one was scored by Breen Murphy, best chance, and Schaub shot was beyond 25 yards, so that didn't count. And then she had that one there, it was a nice shot, but it was nice save in the air by Gessen, knocking it down and saving it with her left-handed mitt mitt glove. Well, it's not really a glove, but that's how she saved it. It was a good save. In the circle, 8th penalty corner of the day. The goal wasn't directly scored on one. It was like a drive more. So no goals have scored. And this one looked like it was going to be kicked out by Gessen, but instead it is scored by Rhyneck, and that goal came by on an awkward angle number. That's Victory. I think Katie Victory. She had a tough angle there, and she kind of just snuck it home, and Gessen was trying to kick it out, and instead she kicked it into the side of the goal. So goal scored by Katie Victory with 6:30 left, and that gives Rhyneck a comfortable 2-0 lead with 21:30 left. 6:30 left in this third quarter. But they haven't given up a shot all game, so the 2-0 lead seems like it's like 4 or 5-0. Katie Victory, the defender, a shot on the tough angle, scoring as Gessen couldn't make the. She had 1 save but couldn't make that, and she kicked it in basically. Also looked like it just deflected off of her leg and went in the corner as well. Stolen by Maya Julian. She'll bring it forward. Brought forward. Because of our live production and stuff, and because of how the game ends as that hits Maya Julian, and also because of the COVID protocols and stuff, I'll wrap the game up when it's over, but we won't have interviews today with coach and the player of the game. We won't be doing that, so at the end of the game our production will be over. Just a heads up so you know. But I will let you know if there is senior day. We were told that there would be senior day before the game, and there wasn't, but they did start on time. And then we haven't been told of any yet. They may have canceled it or switched it, but if we do have senior day, I will let you know, and that will be actually after the game, but we're not sure. We will see if it will be after the game. Let you know before that happens. Just cleared by Putnam Valley. It's always risky though, having that senior day after, because you don't want to risk having your senior day after a loss, as the football team knows. I mean, what was it? This year they had that big win, and then they had senior day, but last year they had the big win and then senior day, but I think 2 years ago they had senior day after like a blowout, and it's just very depressing to have your senior day after a loss, especially that big loss they had. 2018 is trip there, and it'll be Putnam Valley ball. Incidental contact, Delita accidentally tripping Harmon, and the freshman has a free hit here with 4:28. Putnam Valley got to play quicker and more urgency as they trail 2-0. Yet to have had a shot at sophomore goalie Clara Finkenberg. Rhyneck looking to add to their 2-0 lead. Putnam Valley has it here once again, taking their time, and not as urgent as they should be trailing, because they are trailing 2-0. Free hit coming, called by the far official. Because of the COVID, there's no grandstand set up. They pushed them into the woods, so the fans here, which are just the parents, it's just 2 fans allowed per player. All brought their own chairs or are standing here on the sidelines. One of the last grass fields left is Section 1. I can't really think of any other schools with the grass fields left. Up north, I think, Calling, maybe Dover, but I played there, that was 10, 12 years ago in soccer, so probably, who knows if they switch now. Although with the fields they have up north, they probably still have grass up there. This one played towards the circle. DeLitta plays another one towards the circle. It just goes out of the reach of Bree Murphy, who had the first goal of the game, and it's 2:30 left here in the third, and it's 2-0. Rhineck. We're in our first of hopefully 18 total telecasts. Litta with another steal. She's intercepted a lot of passes like a defensive back out there. And that one towards the box, and it's knocked in by Putnam Valley. So it's 3-0, an own goal. And it looks like it was last hit by Rhineck's. Deflected off Putnam Valley, and it was last hit by Rhineck's number 10, Mallory Michaels. So she would get credit for the goal, I guess, because she hit it last, and it was deflected in by one of the Putnam Valley defenders. Looked like it was either Jacobs or Cunningham. So it's 3-0 Rhineck as they add to their lead, and Mallory Michaels now has a goal and an assist. Assisted on the first goal, scored there. And Bree Murphy with a goal and Katie Victory with a goal. 2:30, less than 2 minutes now in the third quarter. First field hockey game we've done with 4 quarters and not the 2 halves, as that's a new rule. And no timeouts allowed for the coaches. Used to get 2. Julian shaking up has got the ball to her leg there. 3-0 lead. Shot taken outside the circle and kicked away by the goalie, her 5th save, Annabelle Gessen, junior. Those own goals got a sting, especially for the player who lets them in, especially when your team can't even get a shot and you have to give up an own goal. It's a deflating feeling. As it'll be Rhineck ball, and now Putnam Valley intercepts. DeLitta has it. DeLitta's been involved in the action. No official goals or assists for her, but officially, but she's had about 6 or 7 interceptions, steals. That's been a huge factor as the captain. As it's run up, and the third quarter ends. Rhinebeck leads 3-0, 2 goals in the third quarter, and we'll be right back for our final quarter of our first game of the 2020 fall season here on LMC Media. Back on LMC Media Varsity Sports, alongside cameraman Jeremy Breferi. I'm Troy McGraw. Also, Rob Moretti's calling the shots from about, I don't know, 12, 18, 20 feet away behind us in the van on the field here on LMC Media. The beautiful blue van. As it's 3-0 Rhinebeck, and they have the free hit, as Putnam Valley had it in the first and third quarter, and the second and fourth was Rhinebeck's free hit to start the quarters. So they lead 3-0 on 2 goals in the second half, in the second part of the third quarter. First of 12 games, if they can play them all, for Rhinebeck. Brought in by Julia DeLitta. Just looking for her first goal. A nice pass, though, just wide of O'Reilly, who had the green card over there. Besides the goals, that was our only other stoppage in this one. There's no more timeouts allowed. It's the 2 rule changes: no more timeouts and 4 15-minute quarters as opposed to 2 30-minute halves. Brought in a high stick by Rhinebeck, so it'll be a free hit for Putnam Valley with 13:15 left, and see if they can get a shot on goal or bring the ball into the circle. As the Rhinebeck swarming defense. Putnam Valley's only had the ball in the Rhinebeck's defensive half of the field, maybe less than half, maybe 4 or 5 times. At most 6. It's a pretty good accomplishment for the defense, and almost another goal for Rhinebeck, but knocked away at the last second by Putnam Valley, and they'll clear it. For Putnam Valley here, you want to just have a third quarter where you don't, a fourth quarter where you don't give up another goal, and maybe you get a shot on goal yourself and bring it to the penalty corner. That more or less would be the goal, to get a shot and try and score, but bring momentum into your next game as it's your first game, and don't want to lose by more than 3 goals. Far side of the field. As Rhinebeck has it. The senior signs, as we said, we thought we were going to have senior day before the game, but we didn't. We may have it after. I'll try and let you know if that's the case, but senior signs right in front of me. The 5 seniors: Mallory Michaels, Mia Dwyer, Julia DeLitta, Kathleen, Katie Victory, as DeLitta and Victory are the 2 captains, and Natalie Sutter for Rhinebeck. Stolen by Victory, and a penalty corner one. First of this quarter. Sun is shining bright here on October 10th. Could get up to 70 later if it isn't already.
Nice.
Free hit coming for Rhinebeck.
Come on, Rhinebeck!
66 degrees currently here at Rhinebeck High School. Free hit coming for Putnam Valley with 10 minutes remaining in this quick moving, fast game here at Rhinebeck High School. It's interesting if they had were able to have the football season this year, where would everyone have parked? Because they're doing the new gym and there's not much parking. And we know we sometimes even have trouble getting spaces, but where would all the cars have parked? They did have a season. That would have been tough. That would be no problem for our new van. Towards the goal, and it'll go out as Rhinebeck continues to dominate this fourth quarter. It's their possession. They've outpossessed Putnam Valley probably 90%, 10%, if that, maybe more, within 85 to 95%. They've outpossessed, they've had the possession in their favor, as this one will be a save made and another save made. 2 saves in a row by the junior goalie Gessen. She has as many as her freshman counterpart, her freshman teammate Recapio, who had the first. She has given up 2 goals, and Recapio gave up 1. It'll be played and it'll go out, and a free hit for Putnam Valley with 8:10 remaining in contest, as Rhinebeck is 8 minutes away from winning their first game of the season, going 1-0, and Putnam Valley will fall to 0-1. Wind picking up, nice breeze. Really just a lovely fall day here at Rhinebeck, opening day of the Section 1 fall season. As said, boys soccer, girls soccer, no football, as that'll be played in the spring. Like first week of March the games will start. And then a card coming, a green card issued to Putnam Valley. Quick green card, second of the game. Don't know what that one was for, tough to tell. That'll be a penalty. Rhinebeck will be player up. Last thing Putnam Valley needed. Play a player down.
Come on, Rhinebeck.
So these 60-minute games with the not much stoppages, as that was a foul on Rhinebeck. We had the 2 stoppages for green cards, 3 for the goal, and 3 times for goals, and the minute between quarters and maybe 5 at the half. Started this game exactly at 10. It's 11-12. So this game will probably end at 11-20. It'll end at there. Rhinebeck is a sub on the fly. They just switched positions. Last defender switched. Bree Murphy went back. Even though she scored a goal, she went from midfield to last defender, and Mia Dwyer came up. .6:15 remaining, and Putnam Valley will have a free hit, which is about the 45-yard line of Rhinebeck. Play it forward. Still looking for their first shot on their goalie. It's Clara Finkenberg, but they won't get it as they'll play it forward and intercepted by Reineck.
Nice pass. Nice. Stick work, good.
Goes up. It doesn't go out of bounds. Stops right in front of the signs. Grass stopped that one, and it'll go forward. 5:25 left.
Nice, Bella, nice.
Reineck plays it forward. There's Bella Fasolino. Going down was Putnam Valley's Ava Harmon. Free hit coming for Putnam Valley with 4:45 left in this fourth and final quarter, and Fasolino can't intercept it cleanly. She gets a free hit though. Penalty corner coming, foul on Shayla Lussier. As Reineck looks to add their fourth goal of the game with 4:10 remaining. Eighth penalty corner. Wide. And they'll go to a free hit coming for the Tigers. Stolen by Reineck. It's 2:50 remaining in this fourth final quarter. No goals in this quarter, so if that'll hold up in the final 2:40, it'll be no goals in the first for either team. Of course, Putnam Valley with no shots, so they haven't scored throughout the game, and no in this fourth and final quarter we could have no goals, but Reineck scored. Also, the game was scoreless until 23:30 left, because there was 6:30 left in the actually 3:44 left in the second quarter when Bree Murphy scored. So it was 26-16 as Putnam Valley puts the ball towards the goal, and our first touch by Finkenberg, but it didn't matter because the penalty corner was already called, so it doesn't count as a save for Finkenberg. But it was 26-14 minutes gone by until Reineck scored, and then they scored twice in the third quarter as Bree Murphy scored in the second to make it that 1-0 goal, and then Katie Victory and Mallory Michaels as Putnam Valley has it here. It's the defense. First penalty corner of the game for the Tigers. Swing and a miss. Stolen away by DeLitta as they want to preserve the shutout for Finkenberg. Well, she doesn't have any saves. She did touch it for the first time on that kick, but it was a penalty corner score before, so no official save. Field hockey, you'll see that more. As a soccer goalie, I don't think I ever had a game where I never touched the ball or had to make a save, ever. And I had a very good defense. Field hockey, you'll occasionally see that with the very good defense and stuff, that other teams don't even get shots off. So it's a lonely feeling. Has to be for the goalie. Not have to really do it. I mean, she had to make that one kick save, but it didn't count because there was a penalty corner before. But that was the only movement she had all game. As 35 seconds left, and looks like she's going to get that shutout. There's 30 seconds left here. As one last try from Putnam Valley. Cleared ahead by Abby Victory, who had, her sister scored. Putnam Valley has it here, and a foul on Putnam Valley. Free hit will end the game on the shot, on the free hit by Abby Victory, as they'll carry it forward, and then the final score will be 3-0. Rhinebeck wins. They'll go to the goalie. And they'll just knock sticks with her, as there'll be no shaking of the hands because of the COVID protocols. More of a wave, you know. I like what they do in tennis at the US Open, at the tennis matches. They just knock the rackets at the end of the matches. That's pretty cool. But and some of the players, like with the the chair umpire, they knock his foot with their racket. That's a cool little touch. And they'll just wave basically to the Putnam Valley. And no shaking their hands because of COVID. And I think there might be, although it looks like they're lining up for something, Rob. But are we going to stay here for possible senior day? No, they are going to knock sticks. The sticks, like the tennis rackets. Yeah, like I said, like the tennis rackets. They're going to knock sticks with one another. The two teams, and the two sticks will knock, and that's how this one will wrap up. 3-0, Rhinebeck's first win, Putnam Valley's first loss in the first game for both teams. And beautiful Saturday morning here at Rhinebeck High School. Just good to have Section 1 sports back, and great to have them for you live here on LMC Media. So we'll tentatively stay here, and we'll make sure that they're doing senior day or not. So stay with us, and we'll let you know if they're having senior day. As looks like we're not 100% sure.
So we wrote 2 individual cards, okay, from Coach Mika and I. So here's and then we have some extras. Here's Nat.
Perfect, good job.
Valerie.
All right, I had a quick little speech about our seniors, and then I think a few of the girls have some things to say as well. So I'm going to back up and take my mask off so you guys can actually hear me. All right, so one of the last places I thought I would ever find myself in my career would be coaching varsity field hockey. When I first joined the coaching staff 2 years ago, a lot of the sport was new to me, but one thing was clear: there was something extremely special about the Rhinebeck field hockey program. Now, here at Rhinebeck, field hockey is known for having a long history of success, but what makes this program so special comes directly from the athletes. This senior class perfectly exemplifies that. This is one of the kindest, most dedicated, hardworking, and resilient group of individuals I've ever had the pleasure of coaching. Late start date, less games, masks, social distancing. This is probably going to go down as one of the most unique seasons ever. This senior class, however, has been able to step up, lead by example, and remain focused to keep this team running like like it was just any other year, right, as we can see from today's game. They are also extremely good field hockey players, which doesn't hurt either. There is honestly not a thing more I could ask from any of the girls in this group, except Katie, stop apologizing. You're supposed to take the ball away from the other team. Delita, you only dribbled past 10 people today. I wanted you to dribble past all 11. Mia, don't apologize either. I don't know what's wrong with this defense. Mal, I know it's exciting to score goals at the end of the game, but we don't have to wait until the last minute to get the game winner. And Sutter, I know you already play goalie and defense, but if you could play some forward, midi, maybe coach a little bit for us, that would be great as well. But in all seriousness though, this group of seniors truly is special, and while I may have never expected to be coaching varsity field hockey in the past, thanks to these girls, there's not a single thing I'd rather be doing. As Mr. Seglia, he literally couldn't pull me away from this program if he tried. I hope that these past 2 years I was able to have half the impact on this group as they were able to have on me. Looking forward to a great final season with this senior class.
One day I could be having my 18 years ago. Looking back, I generally don't think I would have had nearly as much fun as I did had I not been able to. I've never missed an opportunity to make me feel more comfortable, more included. And I can tell you with confidence this is a shared feeling all across the team. You're an amazing role model to me and all of your peers, and I can't wait to spend the rest of this week by your side. Thank you for being such an important person to this team. You know, I'm still so thankful